Call meeting order. First order of business would be the minutes. Minutes from the July 21 meeting.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Sam Hutchins to approve. Second by Keith Metcalf. Any further discussion? All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? The motion will carry. Next would be your bills list and your additional bills list. Any questions?
I've seen the Michael's second draw. Is that final draw? He's paid
That's a
full?
final draw.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
final roll.
Make a motion to pay the
Thank you, Jerry.
I'll second that motion.
Second by Bernard Ice. Further discussion? All approved, say aye.
Aye.
No.
Disapprove? Motion will carry. Okay, next would be a tourism board appointment. Dee Dee King to the Bardstown Nelson County Tourism Convention Board to fill the unexpired term of Sheila Osborne.
Motion to approve.
Thank you, Sam. Second by Jerry. On, all approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion carries. I will say, in a comment that I think Dee Dee will be a great asset. She's a worker, organizer, and will be a great asset to the board.
I think so.
Gary, do we need to go back and do the transfers as well?
Was there any transfers on that end? Yeah. Look at that page, Rhonda.
There's something that covered on that last page.
Yes, thank you for catching that. An upcoming transfers, okay.
Make a motion to approve the transfer.
Thank you, Jeff. Motion by Jeff, second by Bernard Ice. All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion carries. Next would be the Sutherland Building painting. You know, guys, we've talked about this for the last 2 or 3 months about getting some quotes. I was only able to get one quote from Metal Recoaters. This came from a couple of local contractors that use these guys for projects. You see the specifications that were in your mailbox of exactly what's going to happen. This is not your normal painting job. The building will be water blasted to take off the entire paint currently on the project, on the building. And then the metal will be treated, and then it will be repainted and hopefully last a whole lot longer than the last 4 years that we've been getting out of paint job.
How
It's
long
just
did
galvanized, for those, it's just an old galvanized.
How long did that take project to last?
As far as getting it done, and then I get into those details. And it comes well recommended by a very reputable local contractor.
I'll make a motion to accept.
Thank you. Motion to accept the
I'll
bid,
second.
second by Sam Hutchins. All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion carries. Just for the record, for the last about every 4.5 years, the Southern Building's got that metal at the top, and the paint just won't stay on it. After a certain period of time, I've been advised that the galvanized metal needs to be blasted and treated and painted, and it's a due process that has to be done. So that's why we went the longer road this time. Okay, next would be the treasurer's settlement. You guys have a copy of that. We need to accept that for a matter of public record. This is a settlement from Rhonda listing all the vendors that we have paid out through June 30th of 2015.
And all the revenue and cash.
So it's just a matter of record, guys, you know, that's all you're doing. The motion to accept is part of the minutes. Thank you, Brian.
I'll second.
Second. Further discussion? Further discussion? All approved, say aye. Disapprove? Motion, that's a weak eye.
We know it, Ron, it's okay.
Yeah. Glad Ron's name's
I mean,
stacked
you
to
got
that.
a copy, you get a copy of that in your mailbox. Ron, do we have a copy?
I've got copies, but he didn't, it'll also be on the website.
Don't have a choice.
It's gonna be on the
It'll
website.
be on the website.
Yeah, these are already paid. It's not like it's a big no-brainer.
Mhm.
But we have to put it in a matter of. EMS report, Joe's not gonna be here today. Jail report, Dorothy's not here, but Doug did hand out cell count. 88 county, 33 state inmates, 3 mills in Hardin County, and 4 weekenders. I told Doug, as long as there was no escapees, no suicides, and the food bill was down, he's doing a good job.
We're trying.
Landfill solid waste report.
We got inspected last week, random inspection like they always come in. They didn't note anything. I do have the road department actually out yesterday and today hauling dirt for us like they typically do. They were installing 2 air relief valves for us. I kind of talked to some of you about that. And a force main, wherever you have or a sewer line or leachate line, or you got a high point, you got to have air relief valves just to let the area out so it don't get water locked, water vapor locked. So they're replacing those. They haven't been done since I've been there, so it's well overdue. Let's see here. Garbage truck. Sent you all an email about it. Our
Next item on the
second
agenda.
Mercedes engine.
Oh, what's that? Can we get to the next item?
Our second Mercedes engine started knocking last week. Sent you all an email about it. I'm not 100% sure what's wrong with it, but I think we'd probably be best off to send it somewhere to have it looked at and determine what's going on with it and what needs to be done to it. We're getting quotes as if the engine has to be rebuilt. This one will be cheaper than the last one because the rod hasn't gone through the block, but we stopped it as soon as it started knocking and burning oil. I've gotten Fleet Pride is who we use sometimes on parts and stuff. It used to be called Republic, but now it's Fleet Pride. I'm waiting on another quote from Kentucky Truck Sales is who's fixing the other one. The first quote is basically $17,000 to rebuild the engine. And
How many
that's-
miles on it, Brad?
Oh, this one's got quite a few, probably 220, 250,000 miles. Still a good truck, in our opinion, or our standards, I should
It's an
say.
excellent truck.
Yes. Now that's assuming your turbo's good. That's assuming your injectors are good. You don't know that until you get into it. I mean, until you take it apart and they look at it.
You can assume
So that-
$40,000.
This one, if you do the turbo and new injectors, is $27,000. So I'm waiting on another quote before.
That labor and all?
Total parts, total labor, total other tax amount, yes, sir.
Well, I think what I'm going to ask the court today, if they'll go ahead and authorize, once Brad gets all the information, go ahead and authorize the repair of that up to $40,000, $42,000 or so.
We don't have no other choice.
I'm in the process, I've already got my,
I think we'll wait another 2 weeks to get it started.
right, I've already got started on the specs, working with a vendor on that, on what they can do as far as trucks and selling one to us, but you guys know it's been around, it takes 6, 7 months to buy a truck, I mean, just to order one, it just does. Unless
Like
we
I
want
said,
to
it took a
take,
month just to get in line to get the motor for the other truck.
so update on the roll-off truck, this is different than roll-off truck, update on that before you guys do your motion. Keith asked me this morning, we gave them the PO to go on and get the other engine in, 3 weeks to get the engine in and get it built to a certain point. And then we gotta take our truck down, they take our engine out, and try to use the turbo injectors and all that off of it. Again, you don't know what's good and bad until you start taking stuff off. So
Is
you
this
hope-
the exact same motor?
Exact same motor. MDE 4000.
I have a jacket.
Mercedes-Benz 4000.
That bad if it's used on.
Do what, Jerry?
You know the injectors, you're gonna have to have the injectors.
And the turbo's probably done.
You don't know about turbo.
So,
The turbo.
you want to go ahead?
What I would like a motion today is to you guys to approve the best low quote we get, and let's watch everyone that signs off on it, I won't be.
I don't know what the choice, guys.
To do that.
We don't have a
The
choice.
thing is, I don't wanna wait 2 more weeks.
Right.
Repairs or
I'll
that?
agree with
I
you.
don't wanna wait 2 more weeks.
I make a motion, do it.
I already got the burner was a little softer, but he did it. If I can get a second from you, Jerry.
I'll do it.
A second from Jerry Hahn. Further discussion? All approve, say aye.
We got to have time running.
And I know we're not that lucky,
Nays.
we're gonna take it down.
Motion carries.
Take it down, if it's not.
Motion carries.
When it starts knocking like that and burning oil, you know what's wrong.
What model truck is it?
Motor for,
1,000.
You saw my email?
okay, what else you got, Brad?
I've got stuff not related to solid waste landfill, I don't know if you want me to cover it now or later.
You can cover anything but what we're going to talk about here.
I agree. Pick and pay building update. The roof is on. The only thing he is waiting for, when I say pick and pay, where the Nelson County Volunteer Fire Department now is going to move to here in town. The roof is on. We're waiting on some metal to come in. He said within the next 10 days he's done with the roof part of it. So it turned out really well. We got lucky that everything worked out for that particular thing. The front, you'll notice the canopy is gone. Road department did that for us. Our contractors came in, he's done as much as he kind of possibly can until the doors come in. So he's waiting on the doors because he don't want to take all that glass out and then just totally expose the building. Doors are probably 2 more weeks out roughly before those come in. But it actually has worked out fairly well in the scheme of things, so.
And the fire department's back there, you guys have done some work on the inside.
Correct.
So that's where we're at with that particular item.
And that, just to remind you, that roof was 15,000, and the repairs to the addition to the windows and so forth is about 19 grand, so.
Correct.
We're still within our budget.
What's the life of that roof?
20?
We get a 20-year warranty.
Okay.
Of course, the gentleman that put it in says, oh yeah, you'll get 30, 40 years out of that. You know how that is. Warranty's about all, if you get that out of your roof. It's
20
the
years
exact
old.
same roof we put on the library over here.
Jail?
Jail.
They're similar, they may not be exactly the same.
The
Senior citizen building?
Senior citizen
yeah,
building?
that was a Duralast Lucas, this is Firestone. I can tell you, look at the two products and they look very similar. I mean, the white and color.
Sutherland
same
building,
thickness.
got that roof on it now.
A sheriff's building.
Yeah. So I mean, it's been the Sutherland, the longest one's been the sheriff's building. It's been on since 2003. So
The only problems I've seen with them, you'll sometimes have is in the seams they'll leak, and they'll have to go up and redo some of the seams.
We had them come around about 3 or 4 months ago, go through all of our Duralast type of buildings and make some small seam repairs and so forth. And they said overall the roofs are in good shape, but they did make a couple of repairs, where they pull away a little bit or get started. And that's pretty good preventive maintenance. Okay?
The only other thing is the striping, but we can talk about that. Striping,
Yeah.
later.
That's it. Okay, road department report, Jim's not here, but he did give me a report, and I'm going to try to highlight what's happened, or what is happening. The bush hogs, they're currently in our second day of mowing in District 4, which is the last district to mow to complete the second round. Our third round will start in District 5 and runs the Districts 2, 1, 3, and 4. Millmore is currently in District 5, will be used sparingly.
I can't find it over there.
But,
I need to find it.
well, you give us a particular area, because we're only running it when we've got manpower over blacktop patching and different things. Of course, the grader crew is working, grade all up on Lawrenceburg Loop, Jerry.
Yeah.
Road department, salt building, the membrane roof, but still to come in, so it'll be attached. Tim's worked on Chester Hahn. Speaking of Chester Hahn, there is a plat that the court needs to accept in regards to the, Elaine, I put a copy in your mailbox too. This is
You get
where
all
the-
the easement signed?
Yeah. Yeah, we got it all agreed in. So we've done these in the past. Jim asked that we get the court approval to accept that cul-de-sac as part of our county road system. Motion from Jerry Hahn, so second. Second by Sam Hutchins. All approved, say aye. Aye. Disapprove? Motion will carry. Glad I'm called about that.
You know, them,
And Jim showed it to me about a week ago.
they were good enough to give us that grant, so.
Still working, Sam, on the Woodlawn Road project and the retaining walls. He's, purchase orders have been issued, but no action taken on it yet.
I think Billy's still tied up.
Billy Gilkey's done the water line relocation, and McMichael's going to do the construction. Work on Wilson Creek, work on Harrison Fork Road. Mago's been issued purchase orders for quite a bit of blacktop. They have paid Country Squire Lane, Ludwig Drive, and Plantation Circle. Oak Knoll, they've done that.
Where am I district today?
Where they paved down there.
They're doing the flats, Cecil Ridge,
Okay.
and Halton, Woodland.
Any questions, road department? We'll move on then.
It's pretty pleasant Jim in here, I'm just like no pest.
I'll tell them.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
In your mail, mail you a copy for review. We'll discuss this a little more, maybe at our, that would be the August 18th meeting, I guess. 18th, yeah. Tax rates for the coming year. You guys have a copy of, from the Department of Local Government, the real estate, tangible, distilled spirits and so forth, motor vehicles, current numbers. I put together with Rhonda's help what proposed, leaving the rate at 14.3 would generate, and then that's your compensating rate. 4% increase would go to 14.8.
Which is what we were 4 years ago, wasn't it?
14.8, no, we've been at 14.3 for a long time.
Okay.
Right, Rhonda?
Since 2007.
Since 2007.
Okay.
That's 8 years.
Mhm.
But food for thought, anybody got any
Where'd
comments?
you say the rate?
Right, here's your, the biggest tax that you'll pass is usually your real estate
Right,
tax.
14.3.
14.3. The next page shows, that's what you're allowed to take without any public
Right,
hearing or
right.
anything. The 4% increase, it would take it up to 14.8 cents. That would be $5 more a year on a $100,000 house. I always like to round things off a little bit so everybody can put it in perspective. I haven't really put together a recommendation yet for the court because I know you guys are not in favor of any tax increase, but I would say that there's a lot of loose ends in the budget that need to be taken care of over the next generation. So we need to start discussing that. I see Mr. Lear down there, like frowning.
Trying not to say a word.
But if there's no further discussion, we'll move on.
That's a good idea.
So you just received it and looked at it and digested it. Okay.